Yeah, congratulations to LSU. Stickball world champions. I don't know what the score of the game was, but anyway, they defeated the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Which is some type of bird, I think. I don't know. I don't like Coastal Carolina just for calling themselves the Chanticleers. That's the only reason. Anyway, I'm back. Y'all miss me? Morning, Jay, Goose, Matt, Leonard. There's Baylor, man. When does this? When does football start again? How many days? I need a day count. I think we're down to like 60. Something like that. Well, there's games the week of the 23rd of August. Let me see if I can pull that up. The Brian Kelly special? Yeah. I hope it's the Brian Kelly special. What? Jay, you went to jail? What'd you go to jail for? All right, let's see here. Yeah, here we go. So there is some games starting on the 23rd. Which is a Saturday. I wonder if they're going to do like they did last year and have games like every day leading up to the next weekend. Because that's obviously before the NFL starts, so they have games on Tuesday and stuff too. I mean on Tuesday, on Sunday. Good morning, Andrea. Good morning, Droid. Yes, go Tigers. So we got Iowa State, Kansas State is, I guess, the very first game of the year. Which isn't a terrible matchup for, week 0. So everyone will be watching that game. That's at noon on ESPN. Oh, that's the Ireland game. That's why. Okay. So 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is 5 p.m. in Ireland. Because it's 5 hours ahead. I just happen to know that. Fresno State at Kansas. 6:30 on Fox. So there's 4 games on that Saturday. Sam Houston and Western Kentucky. Nobody really cares about that. Of course, Stanford and Hawaii. Then we fast forward. Wait, well, hold on now. Today's the 23rd of June, if I'm not mistaken, right? So it's exactly 2 months from today, calendar-wise. But I think it's more than 60 days. There are more than 30 days in August. I mean, in July and August. So, like 62 days. Then the next Thursday, August the 28th, Stony Brook and San Diego State, Boise State, South Florida. So this game's pretty much all evening and night. And that's interesting because they are all at night. There's nothing during the afternoon. It's like the earliest game is Boise State in South Florida at 5:30. So yeah, you can't watch all these. You got to have to pick which ones you want. Well, watch a couple of them, I guess. Although I don't really see anything on there that I give a shit about it, if I'm being honest. I mean, East Carolina, NC State, maybe? I might watch that just to see how NC State looks. But yeah. You got ran over by a car on Friday, and you're not exactly sure why. Well, what do they charge you with? I believe you that you probably shouldn't have been arrested. I just don't. I'm just trying to figure out what they charge you with. If they held you for 53 hours, that's a long time. You must have been in one of those places where the judge doesn't come in on the weekend or something, you know. Anyway, I'm not going out of town again until mid-July. So, like in a few weeks. Yeah, I still got 2 more trips. I leave a lot during the summertime. So, I was in Virginia this past week. Well, we were only there for like 3 days, really. Which was great, by the way. It's nice to go up there and just be in nature. Don't really have cell service. Very limited internet access. So, unplugged for a few days. Then we're going to Wilmington, North Carolina next month for a few days, for like 4 days. And then we're going on another cruise with the kids in the 1st of August. Something like that. First week of August. So, yeah. After that, I'll be hunkered down. It'll be football season then. Morning, Scott. Yeah, call me. Call into the show, Jay. I want to hear about whatever happened to you. But it does sound like you're okay, at least. You said you got ran over by a car, which is interesting. As long as you're not seriously injured, you know. You weren't doing one of these protests, were you, where you're sitting in the road and not letting people drive by and somebody ran over you? Is that what happened? Jay was out there doing a climate protest. Got ran over and arrested. All right, let's get this shit show on the road here. There's a lot that's happened when I was out of town last week. Good morning, Scott. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm good.
Where'd you go this weekend?
We go up every summer to visit where my wife's father's side of the family lives. So, or like her aunts and uncles and cousins and her dad are all up there. It's kind of sandwiched right between Roanoke and Salem.
Okay.
It's so it's like whatever. It's beautiful. So it's like an hour from you got to travel through Blacksburg, Virginia, like where Virginia Tech is, to get there.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful drive up there on 77 and 81 through the mountains. We call it the what do we call it? The Gap is what we call it.
Yeah.
It's just a beautiful mountain views for miles up. I mean, it's windy, dangerous interstate. It's kind of scary drive actually, but it's really pretty.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it is, man. That's beautiful area. I lived in Charlottesville for a little while, so I got to know a little bit about, Virginia and see all the sights and scenes of Virginia. Yeah, it's gorgeous up that way.
That town that he lives in, it's a small town. I mean, there's not even a stoplight there. That's how small it is. It's just an agricultural community. I mean, it's a ton. Cool. It's all farms, but it's a pretty popular place nationally for people to go like ride motorcycles because it just how pretty it is through the mountains.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of people riding motorcycles up there, like big groups of people, 20, 30, 40, 50 people. They get together and ride up there, and it's only about 30 or maybe 45 minutes from the West Virginia border. So it's pretty much like tucked up in the corner of the state. It's almost in West Virginia.
So are they riding the trails in the mountains?
No, just the roads, just the regular mountain roads. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
okay.
I mean, there's no neighborhoods up there. It's just so. I was about to say residential, but everything's residential in the mountains. I mean, there's no neighborhoods. You just buy a piece of land and build something on it. So.
Well, you know what? It's kind of great to get it back in nature, so to speak. Get away from the hustle and bustle of suburban living. That's always nice to do, man. I mean, that's what I like to do when my cousin is go see her, and she lives in the country in Georgia, in South Central Georgia. And they live right beside a river, by the Ogeechee River. And, normally I go up there or go that way going fishing and all that. And it's remarkable, man. It'll put you in a whole new frame of mind, so to speak.
And there's a creek. They call it a creek. It's really more like a river. It's like a mountain river, but they call it a creek. It's just what they call it. But I don't know. It's 100 feet wide and 5-6 feet deep. You swim in it. People go kayaking down it. But anyway, so it runs all through the mountains up there. So like for hundreds of miles. And so it runs right through my father-in-law's backyard. So we go to his house. Yeah. So we you go out there, fish, make a rope swing with the kids, let them swim around, all that kind of thing. It's nice.
I'm sure the water is just pristine.
Oh yeah, it's completely
rushing off the mountains.
Oh yeah,
and very cold.
Yeah, it's cold and crystal clear. Yeah.
Yeah. God bless, man. That sounds awesome. My cousins told me I should go to Helen, Georgia, and see that area. And it's supposed to be beautiful and nice up that way. Maybe Holly and I will do just that sometime in the near future.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to mention one thing about the old Buster Bunker.
Yeah.
Bunker Buster, yeah.
Yeah.
That I heard that thing is so accurate. Now, this is the honest to God truth. They said that it's so accurate that it can hit the top of a soda can 50,000 feet above.
It's crazy.
Yeah, so they put it in a 10-foot gap. That's where they put the bombs in, and so they were accurate as hell. Supposedly, blew off a damn mountain is what they did.
Yeah, they say that facility was like 300 feet below the mountain surface,
right?
And that it would take several bombs. I don't know. Here's the thing about that whole situation. I said I was against any involvement in the beginning to begin with, and I still feel that way. And if this is all that we were going to do to try to dismantle the nuclear threat, and then that's it, we're out of the game now, then I'm okay with that. The problem is, here's the problem. I don't believe them. After everything that happened with Iraq, when they said that they had the weapons of mass destruction and that's the whole reason we went to war with them, when they say the same thing about Iran, I just don't believe them.
Well,
you know what I mean?
You have a reason not to believe because, there's still some deep state shit that still goes on, and especially with intelligence. But I think what Trump decided to do was he got tired of playing games with these people, because that's what they've done with us for the past 49 years. They played games. They said they're going to do stuff. They promised to do stuff, and they don't do it. Okay, so instead of trying to negotiate with them, gave them 60 days, and they didn't even want to negotiate. They wanted to negotiate third party. So, Trump being Trump doesn't, you kind of fuck around and find out with Trump. And that's kind of what happened here.
Well, here's
they fucked around and found out.
The one thing that kind of threw me for a loop is, you remember so Trump was at the G8 summit or whatever in Canada. He leaves early And he gets back the next morning, and they're interviewing him on the plane, and they say, well, you know, your senior national security intelligence person, Tulsi Gabbard, said just 2 months ago that they did not have a nuclear program. And he just goes, oh, well, she's wrong. Yeah. And it's like, well,
she was misinterpreted in that too, supposedly.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, she came out full out and said, yes, they did have, nuclear capability. They were at 60%, okay, which they could have gone to 90% very, very quickly. And that's when, if they got an ICBM, they could throw a damn nuke over to New York City or somewhere, which, these bastards would do. So that's part of the reason why I think Trump said, okay, we're going to stop this right now. We're going to stop them from having this capability. Of course, Israel's happy too, because the first country they'd bomb if they got nuclear capability would be Israel.
Well, Israel's happy because we did their work for them. They don't have the capability to do what we did.
No, absolutely not. No, I don't think there's any country in the world that has the bunker busters like
there's only one plane that can deliver that 30,000 pound bomb. It's the B-52. So I mean.
Or it's a B-2 bomber.
B-2. Right. The stealth bomber.
We only have 14 of them too, and 12 were out there. Others were. They were. I gotta say, man, what they did was pretty damn remarkable as far as the planning goes. They sent other B-2 bombers the opposite way, west.
Yeah, decoys.
Guam, and then sent somewhere in the range of 150. B-2 bombers and jets and everything else. And they got no resistance at all because the Iranian Air Force is gone, basically.
So what do you think about what Iran's saying now in the days after? They're saying essentially that those facilities were empty anyway, and they didn't really cause that much damage. Do you believe them?
No, I do not believe them. I do not believe them one bit. I think that they are going to say anything. They have been saying ever since it started that they have been victorious in, destroying so much of Israel and all that, all just a bunch of shit. I don't know if you've seen that video of the the woman broadcaster in Iran, and she's talking it up, and then all of a sudden the damn studio gets bombed.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah, she's sitting there saying, jihad this, whatever, and fucking just blows up in the background.
He blows hell to hell and back. Yeah. I put it up on Facebook and said, think you're having a bad day on the air? Well, look at this,
Yeah. I've had some streams that blew up like that before, yeah.
Anyway, you know what? There's a lot of it to all kind of, I guess, wind out and find out, because we still got to make confirmation that we did hit the facilities, and we haven't done that quite yet. All we're seeing is before and after what they did. But, we got to see if we really did hit the right places. So, and that's going to be, the Mossad is going to figure that out. And because they've already got Mossad agents already.
I'm just a little bit worried. I feel like it's just, we're just all of a sudden like, okay, drop the bombs. We're declaring victory all of a sudden. Like, that's not the way things work, I don't think.
Like Bush did.
Yeah.
And the war in Afghanistan and Iraq.
Right.
Hey, we won, guys.
Yeah, nothing to see here.
I don't think we're going to claim victory. Not until he's already, after this happened, Trump is saying, all right, now let's come to the table for diplomacy.
Well, I hope he sticks to that. Because he's got all kinds of people around him who want to get involved and do regime change, which, every other time we've done regime change in the Middle East, it's worked out fucking great. I mean,
yeah, I don't think. See, we don't come in and try to be a democracy of Iran. We don't want to be we're not conquerors. Okay, we never.
Well, we've been acting like conquerors for a while.
Who do we conquer, Breck? Who do we conquer?
The weird thing is you're talking about, Iran is going to F around and find out. We might be the ones that F around and find out with this. So Trump pulled out of the nuclear deal with them.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. Because it was a bad deal. They were they already had 60% uranium. They could get up, when they get up to 90% and they get an ICBM, guess what they're going to do? These aren't. I mean, they've called us the Great Satan for 49 damn years. So I mean, they hate us. We don't hate them.
But you know what they hate more? Not existing. So this idea that the minute that they get a weapon like that, they're going to use it immediately, I don't buy that either.
Well, I do. Because they promised it for so long. I truly believe that. They
Has
are
North
not.
Korea used their nuclear weapons?
No, because you know, Trump went over there and said, "Don't fuck around and find out with us, Kim Jong-un." Okay. And that's what he did. And then it became pen pals, and then now they're lovers.
But somehow it's different with Iran.
No, I'm not saying it's different with Iran. No, they're not lovers by any means. You know, the Ayatollah and
did
Trump.
Israel attack them to start this off?
After the 61st day, yes, they did, because they didn't come to the table. So yes, they did. Israel attacked them. Yes.
So you're saying
because they have been throwing
them, attack them. Now let's do diplomacy.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Remember this, okay? Hamas attacked Israel. Who is Hamas? They are a proxy to Iran. Who are the Houthis? They are a proxy to Iran. You know, who are the
Let Israel deal with
Hezbollah?
Why
they are a proxy of Iran.
That's my point.
Proxies were hitting Israel left and right.
So why do we have to fight that war for Israel?
We're not fighting a war. We're not going to put ground troops on the damn. We're not putting troops on the ground in Iran. I promise you that. That's not going to happen.
But right, why do we have to get involved at all, though? So yeah, we keep
because Israel is our ally and has been our ally for.
Well, we already give them a bunch of money and weapons. I mean, what is that not enough?
Not in this case. Okay, when you have the threat that they could destroy the entire country.
According to who? To Netanyahu, who's been saying this for 30, 40 years?
No, because look, you know what Israel did? You know, this is why I think the Mossad is probably the smartest intelligence agency in the world. They came in and they did this with no support of, I don't know who the president was. It might have been Obama or it might have been Bush. But they went in and they killed all the, what do they call this? Centrifuge?
Centrifuge, yes.
They put a computer glitch in there and destroyed everything in there. So, yeah, Israel does have a lot of capability, but they didn't have the capability of having a bunker buster. And so that's where we came in.
Who was Mossad well connected with? Was it Epstein?
I don't know about that. Now you're bringing up Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah, well, that's the rumor.
Pleasure Island?
that's the conspiracy theory that's running around right now.
I just think it's interesting because it doesn't make sense to me for us to get involved with this.
We're not going. Listen, I don't think we're not going to put again. We're not putting troops on the ground. Okay, we're not going to go into Iran and fight Iranians. One, he's already said this. Trump has said this. He has nothing against the Iranian people. It's the regime. It's the people that run the country. That's what he has a problem with.
Do you want to change the regime in Iran? Because this is something that people that are Trump supporters can't agree on amongst themselves.
Well, if they did, you know, change it. In other words, a regime change was to happen. That would have to happen, I think, with the Iranians.
Exactly. That's the only way it ever works.
Yeah. So
it has to happen from within.
Regime change. It would be the Iranians making the change.
Yeah.
Is this Jay Shibe's song?
Yeah, Jay.
Tell us his story.
Yeah, Jay's on. Jay.
Let's hear his story.
Jay said that he spent 53 hours in jail or something, and he got ran over by a car on Friday. I don't know.
You ever seen one of those YouTube videos when the motherfucker's on the hood of a car asking somebody to stop the car, don't kill me?
Yeah.
That was me, man.
Damn.
Yeah. So I got a. I'll redo it all, but basically, I got scooped up on this little damn Honda Civic hood. I was getting ice out the back of the truck, and anyway, chick was having a panic attack, man. We was fitting to head to Biloxi, Mississippi for this car show Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I had rooms for Friday night, Saturday night, and was on the drive home Sunday after the show. But anyway, this is on our year anniversary, right? So she has these she just spent time for 4 months for anxiety and PTSD and stuff. So she has this anxiety attack deal where it makes her do crazy stuff and I call it a demon coming out in her. But we had this demon under control because if she don't have anxiety attack, then there's no demon, right? And we've been doing damn good. We had this this damn mushroom gummies dialed in, like. But anyway, 2 days before this damn trip, right? We go to Orlando. We pick up a damn shoebox of ecstasy, right? And anyway, the next day we're up in damn Knoxville. Wound up staying up there. She had a doctor's appointment. Came back. We rode down to Panama City. Anyway, but we're back in Dothan, right? Or Dothan Enterprise, whatever. And anyway, we're getting ready to take off this damn car show. We're looking forward to it. Like, this is the only thing that makes her happy is when, like, these big systems, the hair blowing around, either that or, doing the waterfall deal. Like, this is the only shit that makes her happy, right? Anyway, so plenty of good times to be had, both looking forward to it. And we wake up and damn, we ain't got no damn gummies to shove in her mouth. I was like, fuck. So I was like, listen, things are finna get weird if we don't get up there, because I start seeing her say these questions like, oh, you go ahead and go and I'll catch up with you. And I said, no, this is what we do. We road trip and we go do shit, and always have a good time. And you always say, hey, thanks for fucking being patient and, get me through this. And so I know just to get her in a damn truck and head that way and the whole outlook changes on life. It's like once the moment passes. So anyway, we go to the damn gummy shop. We do that. We get the truck washed, through the drive-through car wash and vacuum shit. So we get the truck cleaned up. We stop and get ice for the coolers, because the beer's already on the cooler. Bam, just had to throw the ice in. So we literally go back, and I'm waiting for a damn load of clothes to dry. This guy where we're staying, he used to be the most powerful man in this town because he's a retired circuit district judge, whatever. Anyway, this guy ran this town for 40 years and just retired. But anyway, he used to work for her, right? So yeah, you don't want any trouble on this street, whatever. And anyway, so we're heading home and we're about to pull in the driveway, and she starts asking weird questions like, oh, first of all, this black guy rolled up on me at the car wash because I had to go back to the car wash after getting ice because I noticed my plastic cap on my mirror had blown off during the car wash. So I pull in there and we had the radio going, and this guy walks up, want me to build a box for me, whatever, a stereo. So, and that freaked her out. She thought I was plotting something against her or something.
Oh, no.
She's like, will there be cameras where we going to get this shit on tape? I said, what are you talking about?
Is she schizophrenic?
Listen, there's this little demon that comes out on her, man. Listen, she's sweet as fuck 99% of the time, but I go from being heavenly sent to her, best thing ever, to I'm the root cause of all her problems from 10 years ago, even only met her 1 year ago.
That's just called dating.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So anyway, I said, listen, just calm down. Anyway, so we pull into the driveway, and I just got to grab the bag of ice to take it inside to the big cooler and throw on the beer. And anyway, but I noticed when we got out of the truck, she's just sitting in the truck. I was like, hey, you can't just sit in the truck. It's too hot. You're going to die out here. And anyway, so finally she gets out of the truck. I'm heading to the gate to open the gate. I look over. She done jumped in her car. So I just walked over to the passenger side and, talk some sense into her. And damn, it's locked. So I go around the driver's side, and it's fucking locked. I see her, like, shaking her head and, like, going into little fucking, like she's trying to fight with something. And, anyway, so I was like, hey, babe, just fucking chill. I said, that gummy's going to kick in any second now, and everything's going to be fine. And anyway, she's sitting there, just leave me alone. So I said, okay. I walked away. I walked back out to the street, and I popped my back hatch, whatever, my back glass, not the whole hatch, just the top part. And I grabbed the bag of ice. I turned around, and she done, all I hear her motor revving up, and she done hit me fucking like she was going backwards and cut the wheels and straighten the car up, and the quarter panel of the car hit me and slung me on the hood. And luckily, I reached over and grabbed the windshield wiper, right? And
Damn.
So next thing I'm on top of this car, and she is accelerating like fast.
Oh
like,
my God.
I got about 60. Yeah,
60.
Like, hey, slow, like let me off this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I want to live, bro. Yeah. So anyway, she wouldn't do it, and she just kept speeding up, and finally, she was hitting the brakes trying to sling me off to run over me, and
Damn.
finally, so there's this road about a quarter mile down the road, and it's like a 45-degree angle, and to be honest, I probably could have held on to it, but I know it's a long straightaway once she makes that corner. So I was like, well, fuck, I don't want to get more speed up. So I kind of let go, be honest. I mean, I could have held it, and the windshield wiper might have broke off. I don't know, but anyway, when she slung me off, of course, I go right on my elbows and back, and my head's done hit the fucking windshield and busted in.
Now, did you fall on the road or on the shoulder?
I fell on the asphalt. Like,
God.
I still have.
Good Lord.
I'll show you on camera. My back is all ate up, both my elbows. I got a big patch on my front.
Oh shit! Your whole head's bandaged up.
There's a big hole on the back of my head. You see
Yeah.
the hole on the back of my. That's actually a little hole, but yeah, I'm all fucked up, man. But and anyway, so when I got slung off the car, well, the fucking tire ran over my left ankle.
Oh shit!
So yeah, so it literally took me like 20 minutes to walk back, and so I had already took, because this guy's house we staying at, right? Most, big powerful man, and we're trying to do the right thing. We're staying in his mother-in-law's suite, a big 2-story suite, but it's got a kitchen, the bathroom, shower, the whole 9 yards. It's a house.
Huh.
Anyway, so we're staying at this house behind the house, and I done trimmed this man's trees. I done went to church with this man. This man's cooking me a steak every night, and she's a little agitated. I think he likes you better than me now, and all this shit. And but they have known each other forever, right? And she used to work for him.
Oh, he turned on you?
So that's gonna always override shit. So
Yeah, he turned on you.
And then so I'm sitting there, and so I called him up, and I said, hey, Gary, I said, man, Tanya just had an episode in front of your house. I just want to let you know, because I know your neighbor's going to be calling. I'm sorry. And I said, but check this, call her and check on her, make sure she don't fucking kill nobody or whatever, when she's having a manic episode. Anyway, he said, Jay, you need to get in your truck and you need to get the hell out of here and go back home before she kills you. I said, Gary, 10-4, listen, I got clothes in the dryer. He's got this piece of shit dryer. It takes like 3 hours to wash clothes and 2.5 to dry them. And this son of a bitch has already ran for a fucking hour and a half, right? And I'm looking at my shit still soaking wet, because I had to stop the washer because I was ready to go. So I put the shit in there soaking fucking wet, still dripping. Like I done like overrode the fucking washer. So anyway, I'm sitting there just waiting on this shit to dry. It's already ran for an hour and a half. And anyway, so like I say, because I'm going to a car show, I didn't want all my, I'm full of tools, right? So I had all this shit sitting on this back deck I built for him. I've been on a fucking nice deck and back, $1,800 material, only charging $500 just because I went to church with this man. This man was taking care of my girl, give her a place to live. She's thinking an apartment this coming week, or actually it was me getting us an apartment. But anyway, yeah, man, just felt bad about the whole situation. And but literally, I had the decision. I said, I can go back home right now. I had the garbage bag. I was going to throw my shit in the garbage bag and just take my wet clothes and take my shit back to Georgia, right? And just say, fuck all this shit. But I'm over halfway to the car show being in Alabama, because I'm going to Mississippi. I said, it's 5 hours home. It's 4 hours to the car show. I said, well, fuck, I already got the room paid for 2 nights, so I'm already in this shit $735, So I'm like, well, fuck, I'm going to the car show, but all the shit I wanted to wear at the beach and at the car show, and all my good shit was in the dryer. So I'm like, fuck, man. So I'm waiting this shit out. I don't load it. Everything's loaded. Everything's loaded besides my beer cooler and these fucking clothes I'm waiting to dry. And bam, I looked out there. I wanted to carry something out I found, like some koozies or whatnot. I just make sure all my shit's out that place, because I knew I wasn't coming back. And I saw her coming down the road with 2 cops right behind her. And one of the cops I recognized, goddamn, she used to fuck with that guy, right? And I was like, motherfucker, I'm finna get railroaded right here. Because the thing is, an hour and a half had passed from the accident time, or an hour and 15 minutes had passed from the accident time to literally me finna walk out door.
Yeah, but you weren't the one driving the car. Why would you get in trouble?
Okay, well, here's the deal. So when the cops came up, hey, are you so and so, and fucking, want to ID me, and so said, well, I told him my story, and of course I'm fucking woozy. I just had fucking 2 head injuries. I pretty much had 2 hours sleep in the past 3 days. I mean, we've been fucking on the road. We've been fucking partying. I mean, we've been having a good old time, and this is our, this is my day to recuperate pretty much. But like, she was going to drive, and anyway, I'm talking kind of slow. I probably sound a little retarded talking to him, but I was like, I told him the story, and she said, yeah, well, her story don't match yours. Said you was trying to stop her from leaving. The reason why she had to push you out of the way. I said, well, first of all, it wasn't no push. I said, I done gave up on that situation and walked away and told her to go. And I was, carrying ice, put my cooler, and I was anyway. But she had, then all of a sudden, some lady pulls up, right? And it's the neighbor that just happily got called there. That was probably at work or some shit. But guess what? She used to work for these same people, man. And suddenly she's a corroborating witness for them. And even though her story never said I touched her or whatever, they were saying that I was trying to block her or some shit. So
what did you get charged?
I was trying to talk her.
What did they charge you with?
I got charged with domestic violence.
Oh,
not battery,
no.
but just violence.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I was thinking about that's actually a better charge, because I did talk to Jerry.
Boy, talk about finding a silver lining here.
He said that they said that's actually a better charge than kidnapping, because you take somebody's phone, or you get behind somebody, you try to contain them, because you talking about felony shit then, right?
Yeah. Hey, buddy, this is not kidnapping. Now get in the back of the car.
Yeah, god damn, man. But anyway, so listen to all this shit. So I got all these injuries, right? And they were like, yeah, you'll see the nurse after you get booked in at the jail and all this shit. And on the way to the jail, they're like, yeah, listen, it's going to be a hold. You'll see the video judge on Saturday. And then, at 4:35, you'll be released to go, long as you make bond or whatever. So anyway, lucky to say, I got there. I was definitely didn't get to see no nurse. I asked them about it after checking in. They said, oh, shit, we forgot you about a nurse. I had never seen a nurse the whole time in there, because they didn't want to document these fucking injuries, because all these people are in on it. They are all in the shit. And also, so I had listen, this story gets deeper. So I had $187 cash in my wallet. So that's supposed to go to commissary so I can make a damn phone call when I'm in there. Well, guess what? The lady that processed that money, she leaves at 4. I got there at 4:30, so I can't make a phone call while I'm in there, right? And it gets better than that. So my truck, it has $12,000 cash in it. And listen, so I'm rolling around dumb, $12,000 cash. Listen, I got my money, but I think I got most of it. In fact, we can pull it out right now and count it. But anyway, I need to count it. But I did feel back there, and there's a lot of cash in that spot. I just hadn't pulled it out and counted it yet. But I'm ready for a damn good weekend. Like, we've been looking for this damn trip. This is the biggest trip of the year as far as car show. Like, this is the shit, So yeah, I was getting ready to do it big. And anyway, so but here's what gets deeper. So I'm thinking, okay, well, also, so down in this little town, well, Tanya's, she's fucking with this guy that works at a fucking record yard, and I don't know who's in whose ear. I'm thinking, okay, well, my truck's parked out front of this guy's house on the street. I said, are they holding me here until so they can tow my truck, strip it, or take all the cash? All kind of shit's run through my head how I'm getting railroaded in this fucking town, right? Dude, I am losing my shit in there, right? So, let me see. I got out, man. They finally said, well, you don't have to see the judge now, as long as you can bond out. So I made the phone call, made bond, and whatever. Access my debit card for this damn lady. She gave me a ride to the house. I talked to the judge. Everything's fine, but Anyway, I was like, I thank the judge for, I know he pulled some strings, whatever, to hold me in there a little longer than what I needed, just to make sure either she was out there or whatnot. I don't know what happened, but anyway.
So now you bonded out. So now you got a court date, or have you talked to her?
Yeah. So I hadn't talked to her. Because I'm not supposed to. But I did talk to the bond lady, and I was like, I'm surely when she comes to her senses, she will drop the charges. Because I could have easily called the cops on her, but I don't believe in calling cops on people, first of all. But she did need help saving herself or whatever. But I never thought she would call the cops on me. So, but the thing is whoever called the cops is whoever, that's who doesn't go in the domestic dispute. Somebody's going to go, especially if you're a male, if a female calls. That's just all it is to it.
Well, she must be really good in bed.
Anyway.
How did they call domestic violence on you, Jay, when you didn't hit her, did you? You didn't do anything, did you?
That's what the cops said. They said that you got to go to jail because somebody has to go anytime it's
somebody. What? That is such bullshit when they say that.
Yeah,
somebody has to go. Oh, we got called here. Somebody's got to go to jail. No, that's not true.
Yeah. And just because of stories because the one lady pulled up agreeing with her about how I tried to stop her car, well, that's 2 against 1 out of
Yeah, if you got 2 women sitting there saying the same thing and against you, you're fucked, dude.
Yeah.
So, and then she takes you on a wild drive on the top of the car. Damn, she could have killed you.
Yeah. Well, her windshield is busted from my head, and I'm sure I did it with my fat ass. Dude, I'm down to 182 pounds, man. I have lost some weight, but I still dented the fuck of that hood when I landed on it.
But anyway, I go to jail. She doesn't have any injuries, right? And you do.
Yeah, right.
Listen, she never said I grabbed her. She never said I fucking I didn't do anything.
She was just saying that you were trying to prevent her from leaving.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Even though it's not domestic violence, they still kind of done me a favor by not charging me with the kidnapping or whatever that dumbass shit is. But
is she diagnosed with bipolar or schizophrenia? Is she diagnosed that way by a doctor?
PTSD, depression, anxiety, and
okay. I bring all that shit up to court as well. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, so here's how it works. I talked to the lady that bombed me out. She said she cannot drop the charges. All she can do is not show up for court, and then the state can decide to pick it up. But the guy down there, I'm sure, Gary, he has a lot of influence about keeping them out of it. This is just a big learning experience for me to finally move the fuck on and stop trying to save this girl, man.
Yeah, because I'd say, slinging you off a hood of a car at 60 miles an hour might be a reason to leave her. For real.
Yeah, I think that, yeah.
That might be the last straw.
Look at me.
Yeah, I think that's a deal breaker.
Here.
Wow.
Every one of my elbows and knees. Here, hang on. Oh, don't turn on.
Jay, she's a girlfriend. She's not your wife.
No,
right?
No, they're not married.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Boy, Jay could write a book.
Damn, sure could.
Yeah,
over a weekend.
Movie
for one weekend. This would make a great movie.
I mean, I knew all women were crazy, but there's levels to this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, good Lord. Especially if he knew how she is, and then he's trying to help her, and then she pulls this stunt because she doesn't have any mushroom gummies. Wow.
Is that the same girl you brought to Hogfest? I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah. The damn gummies were doing good, man. Sorry, I hit a button here. Look at my upper back is fucked up. That's my ass. I actually I was just wearing the damn shirt I had on Friday when it happened. The fucking elbows are torn of it. And
are you sure your head is okay? I mean, have you seen a doctor?
Yeah, you could have been concussed, man.
Yeah.
I've been feeling a little woozy the last couple of days, but I'm good. I'm just tired. I'm getting better. I'm fine.
You're not having like any headaches? Are you having like headaches or anything?
Nah, I'm good. It's hard to sleep with all them lights on in the jail and shit. So
I think you're a little heartbroken too, Jay. I mean, even though It's crazy as hell.
Man.
Or maybe not. Maybe you just went, oh, well,
This
shit,
has been
no more of that.
Now you can ask Rich, man. He knows a lot of ups and downs I had with her. She's we're too good for each other when it's good, and really toxic for each other when it's bad. Like when
Yeah, that's not. I knew a lot of relationships like that's not good.
Yeah,
The highs and the lows. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's mainly my family, man. I had to really disassociate myself from a lot of family and friends just because they were tired of seeing her lose her shit, and blow everything up. It's always like, instead of staying on the path, man, just a plan. It's like she veers off that plan, want to go drive across 5 states and sleep in a park whenever she has anxiety. It was just always setting us back in our relationship, and but the blow-ups are getting worse and worse. And my mom was right. She said, Jay, she's either going to kill you or put you in jail. And I said, Mom, it won't ever get that bad. And hell, my mom done broke me out the fucking wheel over this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Your mom was right. She tried to kill you, and then when that didn't work, she put you in jail.
Yeah.
She almost killed you, and she put you in jail.
Yeah.
Oh, your mom's Nostradamus.
Yeah. Like I say, fuck, man. I mean, it's just literally the night before we had this breakthrough, and man, everything was falling in place. But like I say, you wake up one morning without something cure that monster, man, and it's just
well.
Damn,
It sounds like you had a
sad,
shitty
man.
weekend, but I guess it's. I mean, you could be dead right now, based on the story you told us.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, if I had to go back and do it in time, I mean, I would have just called the cops on her, but.
What town was it, Jay? Where was this at? Where did this happen?
This is Enterprise, Alabama, right outside of Dothan.
Enterprise? No shit. Wow.
This is Coffee County. Yeah, Coffee County.
I used to consult a station in Enterprise, Alabama, many years ago. Yeah. Okay. Good Lord.
Enterprise, Alabama sounds like a place where some shit like that would happen. I'm just gonna say.
Man,
would say Enterprise, Alabama.
The whole town is just that damn little circle, man. I met the state governor while we were at church on one Sunday. I mean, there's a lot of. Well, I was saying, it's like the guy is very influential, man. He's a very powerful dude. You wouldn't think so by looking and talking to him, but I mean, he's old as dirt now. But anyway, it's weird getting a good old boy treatment. That's kind of what happened. But it could have been worse. Like I say, if it wasn't for me doing a lot of shit for Gary and, him knowing how much I helped Tanya and, I'm sure if I was a dirtbag, shit, they could have really fucked me up, In fact, while I was there, this one dude died. They found him dead in his cell. He was 2 cells down from me, rigor mortis. This other guy got stabbed with a fucking pencil in the eye.
Jesus Christ.
Alabama prison and jail system is the worst in America. I'm tell you that shit right now.
Well, damn, rigor mortis. I mean, they hadn't seen him. He gets rigor mortis.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, the story was, oh man, these motherfuckers in jail, dude. They are fucking crazy. This guy named Jay, he got sent to the hole, right? This little skinny young dude. This motherfucker's taking the pencils, right? Taking the graphite lead out of them, stick them in the light sockets, right? And they roll up toilet paper, and they're like this toilet paper off electricity, right? Well, that happened like 30 times. Got busted twice. The second time he got busted because it blew the fucking TV outlet it was plugged into, right? So everybody had to go on lockdown. They had to strip search, everybody there and go through everybody's shit. But so what they're doing is they take these little snus fucking nicotine patches, the little white shit. It's called Glacier Mint, the flavor, and they sprinkle that on some Bible pages, right? And they smoke that shit. And
what
the
the
guy
fuck?
who was doing
on
the guy
Bible
who was,
pages. Wow.
Yeah, the guy who was in there running that shit, right? Well, he's my cellmate, so I'm just in there smoking cigarettes like it ain't shit, man. Oh my God! But they are nothing in there but hustling honey buns and shit. I got out of that fucking jail. I couldn't wait to get a goddamn Nutter butter. I hadn't done that shit forever, but in there you start learning like that shit's gold.
Yeah.
It was hilarious, man.
Hustling honey buns.
Hustling.
I'm just.
Yeah.
It's good that you're alive, man. I mean that sounds like a damn.
Dude,
that's a harrowing experience.
The first 24 hours, I hated that fucking jail. By the second 24, I was kind of running that shit a little bit. There was like,
He's like, Jay's like, if I have to spend more time here, I can get used to this.
Huh?
There was a white dude in there. He called himself the something about Genesis, about there's a red horse or a red something, book of Rebel. I'm not sure, but
he's in there spouting off Bible bullshit. Yeah.
He said there's only two main questions about the Bible, and one never figured out that's right or some shit. I donated 10. I put 10 bucks.
Yeah, I always get my religious views from some murderer. Yeah, in jail.
I don't even know why he was in jail. Dude. It is fucking hilarious, man. But yeah, it's good times, man. I mean,
Jay.
The second day was cool, man. Yeah, second day I didn't even have money in my books because the money never got logged into the computer. You know, it shows me I had money, and I also said to give you a receipt with this tells you exactly how much money you got in the fucking account, right? So. And when I walked in there, the first old head, right, and so the black dude's been there for a long time. I walked straight up to him and sat down and talked to him for a minute, and he knew where I was staying, and he said, "Man, you fucked up. That happened at the wrong damn house." You know, he said, Gary's a man. He's always gonna take up for the woman. You know, he's breaking it down to me, and anyway, he said, that piece of paper receipt. He said, you hold that in your hand, you don't ever let go, because motherfuckers get that number, they'll empty your account. They'll memorize that shit into your account, right? So I'm sitting there holding this shit, dude. Well, the receipt's written on disappearing ink. So I'm sitting there before I realized. Yeah. So I'm watching this shit fade.
It's a magic show.
Pin code no more to get to
the
it.
Hell?
Yeah. God,
oh my God, man.
It was a shit.
Disappearing ink. Oh man.
Yeah. So I had to get a whole new number made up, and then that's when I found out the fucking number never got put on my account. But anyway, hell, I was hustling that shit without no fucking account.
I don't know.
That's fine.
I don't sit around and think about my biggest fears in life, but being locked up in Enterprise, Alabama might be at the top of the list of things I'm scared of.
I got it.
It's definitely up there.
Enterprise, a place where they got the damn statue of the beetle bug in the center.
Yeah. I got dude. Their McDonald's there has that statue of that motherfucker out there. All the little intersections. It's like all the business like they worship a damn thing that killed the damn cotton industry in that town. Like they praising that fucking thing.
And they got a damn statue of it out there. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, you will see one. So I built this guy's deck, right, and it comes with this damn little metal thing. It's a sprinkler head, and it's made out of that fucking boll weevil motherfucker. Here it is. So this is what a boll weevil looks like.
Yeah, it's a boll weevil. That's right, a boll weevil. Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So this is like a little pressure washing tip that spins and put
what the hell
on it. I don't know. Yeah, it's a boll weevil.
We got the jail expert in here now. Slim, did you hear that story?
Actually, no. I just saw I didn't get a notification that you were on.
Oh, well, I'll give you the Cliff's notes. Jay's crazy girlfriend almost killed him, threw him off the hood of a car driving 60 miles an hour, ran over his ankle, and then got him arrested, and he spent 58 hours in jail in Alabama. There you go.
Moral of the story: stay away from crazy bitches.
I don't know, man.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, I get it; they're fun.
Until they're not.
I'm just happy.
Until they're not.
Well, even when they're not fun, they're still kind of fun. But
well, I knew the story was going to go bad as soon as he said we had the mushroom gummies dialed in.
oh
There you go.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
We had that shit on point.
And then he goes,
Hey,
we had a shoebox of ecstasy.
dude, I got hooked up in there $4 a fucking pill. I got a shoebox of it.
Wow.
I should have shoved one of those in her mouth, but I knew I wanted her to drive me. I didn't want her all fucked up.
Yeah.
But what was it like 2 weeks ago? We was working at Sir UJ's house, and we was doing the gummies, and she had wanted some THC shit, right? And it was we was doing the micro mushroom gummies, but she had bought another thing of gummies of these mega dose of THC, 500 milligrams. And
no.
I don't do a lot of pot, man. Oh my God, that was the roughest day of my fucking life. I was like, listen, bitch, you ain't got to do nothing, but you don't leave this motherfucking house. Don't leave me alone in here.
Oh yeah, you were
fucked up, man.
Going through it.
One of the worst days of my life. God damn, I don't do the weed shit I don't do it enough to take no mega dose. I can tell you that right now.
So are you going to go? Are you actually going to go back to Alabama to go to court, or are you just not going to go?
I got to, man, and plus I get that bail bond. Well, normally it's 10% of $1,000, right? She said, well, since you live out of state and the motherfuckers don't let me come back, I'm gonna charge you $355. So I already got money on it. It's 4.5, 5 hours, whatever. I'll drive down there. That's the only way to have these charges dropped is her not show up and me show up, and then I gotta talk to Gary about having it lined up so when she doesn't show up, the state chooses not to pick up the charges.
Yeah.
You know?
What if she does?
Because I don't. Well, she ain't big. Like I say, she's crazy, but she ain't goddamn crazy. I mean, I think cooler heads gonna prevail. I mean, there's no case. First of all, I need to be taking pictures of all these injuries. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, my statement's plain as day. You know that there is no domestic violence. I mean, the charges don't even fit what the fuck happened. You know what I'm saying?
Slim, listen to this.
Story.
Tell me what your experience, because Slim works in a jail. So they bring in Jay. Jay got thrown off a car. He broke his head open. He's got injuries all over his back, his arms, his legs, everything. He got road rash, the whole thing. They take him into jail for domestic violence based on her testimony of what happened and some neighbor who sort of like agreed with her. And so they take him into jail and they don't give him any medical treatment. Is that normal?
No, we wouldn't have accepted him in the jail. With visible injuries like that, I'm not even going to take the cuffs off of him. You're going to take him to the hospital, and you're going to come back with paperwork from there saying he's okay.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, if you're slurring your words.
Now, don't get me wrong. Some places are different. Like a big city jail, they have medical staff there 24/7, so it's more doable for them.
And Jay, you said earlier you were slurring your words. That sounds like you were concussed, man.
Yeah, you had a concussion. You hit your head on the asphalt going 60 miles an hour.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell just from that back of my head spot right here. I mean, that's a good lick right there. Like I said, this is from the windshield, so this is the reason it's more.
Oh, that's where you hit your head on the windshield.
Road rash there. Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh. Okay.
Damn.
Lesson learned.
Yeah.
Don't mess with the cray-cray.
Man, it's we had just made a fucking breakthrough, man. And fucking on the anniversary. I mean, they say that so when you go in survival mode, you can literally be stepping onto a yacht like full of money, like Donald Duck, a little fucking cartoon with all the gold coins. It's like you can literally step up to a
Scrooge McDuck. Yeah.
Great life and they said, yeah, Scrooge, and they said you will literally choose to not get on that thing and go into the bridge and smoke crack. Whatever the toughest part of life you made it through in your life, you will go back, resort back to that survival mode shit. Like I made it through that at my worst time, and that's what anxiety causes on some of these people. And you know, most people don't really know what it is, and it's almost like a demon that comes out and tells them, hey, don't listen to that guy that's fucking devoted his life to helping you. Fucking fuck him. He's trying.
Yeah, put your finger on, put your foot on the accelerator. Yeah.
It makes you. Yeah, it makes you do the stupidest shit, man. And like I say,
I don't disagree with you, Jay, but you also make the decision not to listen to that voice in your head.
No, because listen, everything is a false reality when she's in that mode. It's like she don't know right from wrong. She don't know up from down. You can't talk to her. Only coping mechanism we had that worked for a long time was her making notes in her phone that says, okay, when I'm dealing with anxiety, this is what Jay does for me. He's in my life for a reason. Don't listen to the voices in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is how I feel 99% of the time. And this is why I make her pull out her phone and read her notes, you know, whenever she's going through something. And that used to talk her off the ledge. But unfortunately, since she's moved back to Alabama, she has ramped up, you know, the drug use. And of course,
I'm about to say, it doesn't help when you're pharmaceutically enhanced.
Yeah. So and plus you add in no sleep for a couple of days. God damn, dude, she's really fucking insane. Which I was probably insane too, but I was trying to get to our happy place, motherfucker. We had some shit planned. I was like, we just get on the road, point in the right direction, turn that radio on that truck. She's happy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, waiting on some fucking clothes to dry. I don't think it'll up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that damn poor damn dryer. That
yeah. If Jay had just left, he wouldn't have got arrested.
You got in.
He was just waiting on the clothes to dry, and then he got arrested.
Jesus.
Well,
Man,
dude, I'm glad.
That's a hell of a story.
Like I said, it is a hell of a story. I'm glad that you're not dead. I mean, it sucks that you got arrested, but it's better than being dead, I guess.
Yeah, it's good, man. I'm back home. I ain't been home in 5 weeks. I want to focus on start rebuild. While I was gone, hell, there was a storm came through here. There's a fucking tree down on the property, and I got to start building back some of these relationships I broke up because of her. Family, friends.
Okay, I got a question for you. How hard would it be for you to build me? So this room that I'm in, the studio I'm in, it's not a bedroom technically. They call it a bonus room. So there's no closets. It's just a room. And there's no door on the door frame, and it's a bigger door frame than a normal door frame. It's not a standard door frame. It's big. How much do you think it would cost me to get a custom door made for this room?
Oh, man, you can go on Amazon and you can get a barn door. Okay, you can put a swing. You want a barn door? Because you can get those on Amazon. You get $100 for $89 for the track system, and for $100 you can get a aged oak. There's 100 different styles. You look at the one we put on Riches. So it comes in a little kit. You just snap it together, whatever. Glue it together, put it together. You press it. It's all like a kit, man. For $200, you can have a nice sliding barn door if you got the room to put the mount on it. Or I can make you a custom door.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. So the kits, they're specifically made for certain size door frames, right?
Yeah.
So you can measure your door frame and find one that fits.
Yeah.
Like if it's real wide, like you're saying, they'll do like what he's talking about, basically like a double door setup, and they'll slide, basically right down the middle.
It's like I haven't measured it, but it's probably about 12 inches wider than a standard door frame.
That wouldn't be a problem.
You can get up to 60-inch for a single door, but if it's on the end of a wall where you can't have the double door like Slim's talking about, you can get a big ass fat door like.
I don't think there's anywhere. It's weird. It's weird because it's like a corner door. If that makes any sense, so it's like the hallway instead of being a corner there, that's where the door is. The door frame is.
Yeah, you need a big, wide, solid barn door, and they do make them up to like 4.5 feet. And the thing is, you just want like a 2-inch. You want a 2-inch overlap on each side so people can't see through the side of the door because it's going to hang off the door because of the baseboards. It won't be flush against the wall because of the base. So you want to go 2.5 inches, probably 2 to 3 inches, just for overlap so people can't see in while you're in there.
I mean, just because it's not standard size, you would be surprised how many different sizes that you can buy, and you don't necessarily have to go custom made.
Yeah.
Right. It's all right there on Amazon, buddy. This is
okay.
Just type in oversized barn door and kit.
But the barn door has that has to slide, right?
Yeah, but the door is actually made, even though it's
only half of the door opens. Is that right? With the barn door?
Say what now?
So only half of
But that's if you get the two doors that butt in the middle. No, you want the full door that slides all the way to the corner because the opening's in the corner, right?
I'd have to show you a picture.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think there's anywhere for it to slide, is what I'm saying. Without hitting the wall.
Oh, no.
I mean, if you have to, you could go with a regular door, on hinges, and they make them in a bunch of different sizes.
Yeah. You can get a slab door with the hinges already cut out, or you can just get a slab without hinges. I can route out the hinges. It's not a big deal. It's fairly simple. But,
I need to do that, though.
We'll make you a rudimentary. Yeah. It's not a big deal.
Hey, I got to go, but
solid core.
See you later, Scott.
Say, Jay, glad you're alive and well, my friend. Okay, take care.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, Scott.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'll send you some pictures and maybe some video, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. you can give me the recommendation.
Yeah, no. Yeah, so I had a big, heavy. I wanted privacy for sound, so I went with a big, 2 5/8, big old thick fucking door, made of NDF, heavy son of a bitch. It's like 40 inches, I think, for a door in my last house. And
yeah, I want it to be as sound. That's the whole reason I'm doing it. I want it to be as soundproof as possible. I mean, I know it's not going to be 100%, but at least I want it to, drown out most of the sound.
The more overlap on each side, if you're gonna get a sliding door, the better. That'll for sure help out. Yeah, but you'll definitely get less sound of a door that closes with a handle. But it is more work. Believe it or not, putting up that little sliding deal is not a hard task. You just find your studs.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, what's going on with you, Slim?
I'm off today and tomorrow.
Oh, I was about to say, because I was like, didn't you? I know you said you were going back to daytime, so I was surprised when you showed up.
Yeah. I still have the same schedule. So, I worked Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm off today and tomorrow. I work Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'm off for the weekend.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, but yeah, I'm just on days instead of nights, so I don't basically lose a day when I'm off because I'm out cold from working tonight.
Yeah, we listened to Jay's crazy story. We were talking about the bunker buster bombs earlier too. That's all happened since the last show I did.
Yeah, I guess old Trump pissed you off.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I told Scott and them. I was like, if that's all we're doing is just trying to take out the nuclear facilities and that's it, then I'm okay with that. But I just have a feeling that that's not it.
No.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, we'll see.
Unless they're smart and they just know better, they learn their place.
Yeah, now Iran is getting ready to block the Strait of Hormuz.
They've been saying that for like 3 weeks. I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, they'll do it till the 7th Fleet shows up, and then they'll get scarce.
Yeah, that would be a huge mistake for them to try. They don't have a very big Navy. I mean, what are they going to do? They park a ship out there and expect that to work? No.
Well, and you figured they would have learned their lesson with that kind of shit. And oh God, what was that? 83, I think it was. There's a YouTube channel I'm subscribed to called The Fat Electrician, and he's got a really good video on how literally in 8 hours the U.S. destroyed over half of Iran's functional navy.
Yeah, it wouldn't take long.
No. And like I said, that was back in the 80s.
We talked about this. I think we had this conversation with Volusia when we were talking about China. I mean, the American Navy is so superior to the rest of the world. It's not even, they're not even close.
Right.
I don't even
They're
think.
Really not. I mean, China's got us beat as far as numbers, but they're so technologically inferior that it's still not even a contest.
I don't know. How many aircraft carriers do we have? Even our oldest, that one that's headed out to, I think it's over there now. What's the one that the USS Nimitz, I think is what it's called?
The Nimitz class. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're about to decommission it next year. It's the oldest aircraft carrier in the United States fleet. And it's still probably 10 times better than any other aircraft carrier any other country has. And it's old.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's just dealing with the Navy. I mean, the U.S. has, 4 of the world's top 5 air forces?
I thought it was the number 1 air force.
Well, it is, but,
you're talking about
the most superior air force in the world.
I see what you're saying. So
naval air.
Yeah, so you're saying the Air Force, then the Navy, then the Marines, a bit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the U.S. has got 4 of the top 5.
Right.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, ship will be sunk in less than an hour. Yeah, we wouldn't even have to sink their ship. Israel could do that. They tried to block
like we were talking about the last time you were on. I think it was Monday. Here's the thing. It doesn't have to be some long, drawn-out conflict. If fucking politicians will stay out of it, the military could probably end a war with anybody in the world in a matter of months.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
That,
out of it, man. I'm looping.
That wall behind it, that wall that we can see, Jay, in your background, that thing is giving me...
Yeah.
You make that when you're on acid or something?
Man, I wanted the chevron of it's it looks better when you put a table up there, but here. I'm sorry, but yeah,
it is kind of trippy.
I just did the red and black, and all this is on a 22.5 degrees, but I did the lower ones. I don't know. Let's go with a big old table up there, but I don't even have no tables right now. I got one left in the living room, but it's sold. I just gotta fucking run it down to where's that guy live near Savannah? Anyway, so it's kind of sold. I need to build another one, man. I just haven't been home enough to do another one.
How much do you sell those things for?
Cheapest ones I sold for $500. Well, I give it a couple of them away for free, but
yeah,
it's people I worked for a long time. Got a lot of work out of whatever, so it's kind of gifts. Or I gave one to Lou also, but anyway, 500 pretty much for a basic 4x4 table, and then like if I was to charge like Huckleberry Paul that table, like it's 5.5 feet, it's a big ass table,
Yeah, this is big. And it has lights in it too, doesn't it? Where'd Jay go? We lost Jay. I thought. For anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, he makes these poker tables that are college football team themed. So, whatever your favorite team is, he'll make you a Clemson one or Miami one, Georgia one, whatever. But he made one for Paul, and it looks to me like it lights up.
It wouldn't be too hard to... put those LED light strips are easy to add into things.
Yeah, I think that's what he did.
They've really kind of become a cheat code.
We were all trying, since Paul's old and probably going to die soon just because he's old, we were all dividing up his things amongst us because he said he didn't have a will. He's leaving, I think, his house and his dog to his son. I think I get one of his lawnmowers and the poker table. I think that's what he said he was leaving me. The Clemson poker table and a lawnmower.
I don't know if he's going to be able to give away that fucking wannabe truck, though.
Oh, who's getting Paul, who's getting the Honda Ridgeline? You might want to give that to Colby. Lou got the wheelbarrow. That's right.
I was saying I had a phone call come in, but yeah, like the big 4x6 tables that were in the huge 5.5 by 5.5 tables, whatever. The ones that require like 6 gallons of resin, because that's the most expensive deal.
Yeah.
This whole deal, because I'm basically selling for half the price of the resin and whatever the centerpiece price is. Like that centerpiece on Paul's table is like 2 different pieces of metal for like a 3D effect. I had to cut down, off of, and anyway, he paid for it. But that thing was like, oh shit, that was like $300 for that fucking thing, and I had 400 with the resin on it. That would have been a $1,200 table if I had to build it for somebody. And the LED lights are cheap. It's just here. I don't know if you can see on camera, but it's just these little waterproof LEDs. These things are cheap, man. They're only $22. So I stocked up on those. I got types of
So what do you do? You just kind of like mount it around the outside of the table. The lights, you just put them. You just kind of stick them around around the edge of the table.
The edge of the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I got the next one I was going to do. I have all these damn clear, like crystal. It looks like you can get it frosted, you can get them clear, whatever. But I got all these fucking rocks you can put in it, And I'm thinking the light will bounce off them rocks really well. I just hadn't incorporated a table yet, but I don't know. I could pass it on and sell them for. They look like crystal meth. Here, you want to see some of them? Here, so you see all this shit right here? Hang on. Well, light ain't very bright in here, but like you see shit like that? It looks like that Breaking Bad shit, man. It ain't got the color.
Oh yeah, it does. So what? When the light hit it, it sparkles. Is that what it is?
Yeah. I got tons of these kind of rocks laying around here. So, like, look right here in this one. See all this shit right here? Like, light would look awesome on all this shit right here passing through there in that resin.
Yeah, massager. Wow.
Yeah, dude, that little massager right there is fucking $700. They gave Tanya that at the VA hospital.
Damn.
Yeah, they're all advertised as massagers.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing works.
Yeah.
That thing will pulverize your ass.
Don't say that.
That's what she said.
Oh no.
I actually seen a little YouTube short that's some chicks holding it up and like the pressure of it. And then she's you see her eyes, like her little eyebrow lift, like, oh, I got an idea. You know,
yeah, she got an idea, all right.
Yeah, but Tanya's fucking grown. She needs full size toys, you know.
Damn.
Yeah. I hope you're doing okay, Jay.
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm fucking alive, dude. I'm happy. I get a fresh start. I mean, right now I'm in a rebuilding process of everything. I got some jobs I got to square up around here, you know. But yeah, I want to get back in the. You know, I was dating that one chick. She had her own business, and everything was, man. She's a great person, great family. You know, it's like, damn, I started dating her. You know, we was having a spout when she was in that damn hospital and for about a month, whatever. And I was like, God, it's like I'll let her go, and you know, just guys be honest, like, because I want somebody with the same interests. Like that chick, she liked me, but she did my fucking truck. Like she hated that radio shit. Like that was. I mean, but she was in a fitness and everything. Like, well, it was almost there, but it's like, nah, you gotta like music. If you don't like me, you gotta like music. You gotta like feel the music. You know, it's like I can't date nobody that don't like loud music. You know, it's like so.
Well, that's what, so you seriously shrunk the dating pool when they have to like loud music.
Yeah, he literally chooses a stereo over a woman, which is a little
Yeah. No, I turned the radio one day and it's like we was leaving this bar and it's like turn it up and her hair was blowing and she said, "Stop this truck, I'll get out and walk." I was like, "I'll turn it down, goddamn, don't walk." Did
it ever occur to you that possibly all the women that like that same things you like might be crazy?
They're way more funner though, man.
Yeah, well, and then you end up on the side of the road and then in jail 30 minutes later.
Yeah, I'm about to say, then you end up getting run over in jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something tells me a mild concussion, road rash, and a night in the clink, or 2 nights in the clink, may or may not be worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, man, I just don't like having. I can't wait to get these charges off me. That's my main deal because I am not that guy to fucking put my hands on a woman or nothing. And that right there is bothering the shit out of me more than any fucking thing. Bet your ass on that.
Yeah.
I don't like them charges. I was first one to tell everybody in jail what my charges were, but once I was explaining to everybody, where it happened, who it was, and whole 9 yards, I was, man, it's just a bad deal. I said, anyway.
Here's the thing though. It's
fucking.
It not saying anything either way. There's a lot of fucking people in jail for domestic assault, and I think that's just the blanket charge for if any fucking thing happens, y'all get in a fucking argument, and the cops get called. It could be something as simple as that.
Well, they charged him with that, Slim, and then they tried to tell him he was lucky that they didn't charge him with kidnapping instead. because it wasn't that he put his hands on her because she was inside the car. He was outside the car. He couldn't even touch her if he wanted to. It was that she said he was trying to prevent her from leaving. So that's technically kidnapping.
Well, and
so instead of giving him a kidnapping charge, they gave him that charge
shit too, because it's not like it. We had one come in on a domestic assault, but because him and his old lady got into it with the kids there, they put a child neglect charge on him too.
Damn. Yeah.
He got arrested in Atlanta too, and I'm sorry, in Athens too, and he didn't even do anything wrong. Now he really didn't do anything wrong that time because I was there. I saw it.
That's the story of my life, man. Shit. And
that one right there, just because I've dealt with it a bunch of times with other people there, and even before. Shit like that, the cops are just going to take everybody to jail.
Yeah, and that's what the cop said too. I was like, I said, hey, all he did was defend himself. He goes, well, anytime there's a fight, both people are going to jail. It doesn't matter who started it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Athens is one of those cities where, hey, if this happens inside our city limits, whatever happens won't be on your record as long as you sign this piece of paper.
So whatever happened with that? Did they drop those charges on you, or what?
They said you cannot Google and find this information as long as you sign this piece of paper and pay this fee. This is not on your record. This is nothing.
Yeah, they dismissed it. They dismissed it with a fine and court costs.
Yeah. I mean, nothing is a bigger railroad job won't happen to me in 96, I think. Yeah, 96. Fuck, I was down in Panama City riding the strip. Fucking, I ran to this guy on Friday that had the exact same truck as me. It was 94 Ford Splash, red, vibrant red, same 15 by 10 gold McLean wire wheels. I mean, same tinted windows, same headlight covers, same fucking exact truck. You know, you pass them, this motherfucker's from Alabama. I always hate Alabama. Fuck Alabama. But anyway, I passed this guy, and I wound up talking to him, sitting on the side of the road, two identical trucks. And anyway, this motherfucker decides to run the road and, run over a cop. He kneecapped me because the tires stick out past the fender wells, 4 or 5 inches.
Damn.
And anyway, so he got away, and I'm riding down the strip. I got 7 or 8 buddies with me, and, 2 in the front. And anyway, we're doing beer bombs going down the road, and, these cops look for beer. And I was like, hey, cops are coming up, put the beers down for a minute. And I thought they were just looking for beer, and fuck, he got 2 cars away and shining a light up. And I guess it was an APB out on that truck that looked like mine. And he ran up and put a mag light across my hood, and then fucking ran around to the driver's side, pulled me out, and started swinging on me. And I hit him, and then everybody in my truck jumped out. We beat the shit out of them 2 cops, and then 2 more show up. And then pretty soon, it's 2 more kept coming, and then pretty soon we was getting our ass beat, and it was all the jail. And they let all 11 of us out one at a time and saved me for last. And I said, we're transferring you to Bay County. He said, you got big charges for attempted murder on 2 LEOs. And
damn.
They found a Mac 11. They found a Mac 11 behind my back seat. They found a fucking sawed-off shotgun behind my seat. And I said, they motherfuckers put me under jail. I didn't see a judge for 30 fucking days.
Hold on. Whose guns were there? Yours? Uh-oh. Jay, were those guns yours? Yeah, I can hear you now.
Whose guns were that?
What now?
Yeah, whose guns were they?
Yeah. Well, we had just stolen my this up. There was this. Okay, so we're sitting at this fucking red
2
light
stolen guns
on the strip, right? And there's these 3 chicks in this damn Pontiac Sunbird that's showing their tits, right? It's a mom, her sister, and her niece, right? And
whoa,
it's 11 of us, right? And anyway, so they're telling me they want the driver, so I go jump in the car with them. I said, "Listen, follow this fucking car, no matter what." And I said, "Don't." Do this. So we wind up going back. We go back to their house, and this fucking guy or this chick's sitting there, we're smoking weed, drinking, whatever. And this chick's sitting there talking about her husband's an over the road trucker and want to show me his gun off. So I walk in this fucking closet. It's like a 10 by 10 closet. It looks like some shit from a movie. It's just. It's a fucking arsenal. It's just shit strapped to the wall. Fucking these little cargo boxes full of shit. And anyway, so I tell my buddy, so I get him back here, show him, and we wind up stuffing these goddamn guns down our fucking legs. Anyway, we carried them out.
Jay, you're not doing a great job of pleading your innocence here.
No.
Listen, I was 17 fucking years old. God, you don't show me shit like that.
I know. He goes. They found a Mac 11. They found a sawed-off shotgun. I'm like, they found? Whose are they? Oh, well, we stole them.
We stole them. We beat the shit out of a few cops. Like, the fuck.
Yeah. I was young, man. I was young.
Dang.
I did a lot of bad shit before I turned 18. But,
Yeah.
I ain't stole nothing since I was 18. We good.
Yeah, you've been good ever since then.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
I pretty much have. I've been smart about doing the wrong thing too. Like, don't get caught.
Yeah, well, that is a fact. It's only a crime if you get caught.
I do see a theme here with Jay, though. Now, I only have one experience of seeing him get arrested because that was in Athens, and he really was just defending himself. So that's my only reference. But so this most recent, this past weekend when he went to jail, and then he went to prison for attempted murder, I think, didn't you? That was the charge.
Yeah, I was looking at 35 years. I was looking at 35 years in prison for that shit, man. I had to do fucking 300 hours community service, letter of apology to these fucking chicken shit cops. And
Oh, so that was the time. That's when you got put in prison. Is when you beat up the cops.
No, I didn't go to prison for that. Yeah, I bonded out, went to court, and did all this. But yeah, I've never been to prison. But yeah.
Oh, you never been? Okay.
That's what got me down to. Yeah, I was living in Georgia, but that's what made me move. But like, I was the one that everybody wanted to ride with because I was a good driver. Everybody knew I was a good driver. I fucked up. All right, so I was always like, I was the one that never got caught. And then after I went to jail for that, motherfucker, I couldn't drive to my mailbox without getting pulled over in that little small ass town I was in. It's like one cop pull you over, 11 of them will show up because once they see attempted murder on LEOs, dude. It's like that they fucking take that shit seriously.
Yeah, that's when they start shooting.
Over this one cop. Yeah, this is when like, hey, hands out the window, put your hands up, walk backwards. I mean, this has happened so many times. So I had to get the fuck out of that small town. So that's what made me move to Orlando, and start my life over there. And fuck, man, it was the best thing ever happened to me. I was 18 years old, and by the time I was 19, I fucking already bought my first house. So I really started over and got a fresh start on life and hunkered down and. Got my shit together, So I'm grateful shit happens, but yeah, I've always been a victim of wrong place, wrong time, fucking, bad circumstances, and just totally getting fucking railroaded. But and like using that energy though to turn it into a positive.
Well,
yeah, for everybody who's listening,
I agree with you to a point, but you also just admitted to multiple felonies.
Yeah,
well, already.
I trust me. I got way more than that. I did, but I was.
The statute of limitations is already up, Slim.
Fucked up shit.
Yeah, statute of limitations has run out on everything except murder.
Yeah,
dude,
that one's forever.
I grew up in a pool hall, like hustling motherfuckers out of money, man. So so this pool hall was right next to this army base in Albany, Georgia, and man, it's like some of the fights you'd see in that fucking town. On a Friday, Saturday night, I mean, just.
Oh, shit. I remember going to Albany. I was probably 10 years old in Albany, Georgia. My fucking stepdad got a gun pulled on him by the dope man.
That's where our boy, Nature Boy, lives, I think, right? In that area, Albany?
Yeah.
Yeah. I live not far from there. I live not far from there in Moultrie, Jay.
I know exactly. I live right off Moultrie Road in Albany. So, yeah, I was right down the road from me.
Yeah,
Albany, right there.
Which it really is a minor miracle that Jay's still alive.
Well, listen, that can be said for a lot of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this one fight, man, that they had drugged this guy to his house and fucking put his head on a tire and backed over it. And it's like,
damn.
Like Albany, I ran with some rough ass motherfuckers, man. It's like when I moved back there,
they smushed his head with the car.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, dude, Albany, Georgia's rough, man. It is.
Yeah, it was rough. It was damn sure rough, and
it ain't no better.
I never, like, when I moved back from there, I never reached out to any of those fucking people because I already heard, a lot were in prison, a lot were dead, and it's like I didn't want any of that past life shit when I moved back there. I just like wanted to do my thing. I moved back from Georgia back from Orlando 20 years just to recenter myself. I was like fucking deep in the game in Orlando. I just had to learn how to love myself. I mean, at time I was like just so wrapped up in, just my, I guess it was sexual urges. It's like I had shit I couldn't quench unless I had like 4 people a night in my house. You know
God damn,
like,
man. You were like Hugh Hefner.
So
This dude has the body count of
Nate said he needs to party with Jay.
Jay was having Diddy parties before Diddy did.
No, I'm sure the Diddy parties started back in the 80s.
Well, I don't know. Was there any baby oil involved?
Oh
no.
Oh shit.
It ain't that big.
Nah, they didn't use baby.
You can involve baby oil as long as it's not 55-gallon barrels of it. That's when you got a little bit of an issue.
Jay's like, we didn't use baby oil, we used motor oil.
I thought it was
That shit's good for 3,000 miles.
My parties in Orlando was so fun. I had a peeping Tom problem. Like I had fucking people wearing out my shingles to fucking hang over my roof line to look in.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's like just avoid the cameras. I mean, I was in the deep.
Now, would you go back to Orlando or not?
Well, I was just there the other night, man. Me and Tanya went there. Fucking, we fucked around for a little while, but no, I don't. I try not to get too. We was in town for like 6 hours. We stopped in there 2 weeks before that to get some shit and see some old friends, whatever. But I always tell her. She's like, Jay, I don't know this side of you. I'm kind of scared. I don't want you. I said, I didn't even want to come here. This is your fucking idea. Because she saw it's like. She saw how easy it is for me to slip off, like sex isn't like a big deal there. It's like it just happens. It's just like,
it just happens.
With somebody. Yeah, it's just like what I'm saying. It's like it's a whole different freedom there, or not freedom, but it's like one of those things you get to be nervous about, whatever. You get high and whatever. It's just people go at it, Anyway.
I'm taking notes right now, so.
Anyway.
Nate said you need to come party in Omaha.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but I said I'm taking notes what Jay said about the sex part. Okay.
I have no doubt of that, Nate.
I'd like to spend like a weekend with Jay. I don't know if I'd recover from it though.
No, it's listen, you get so fucking wrapped up in that deviant shit, man. It's like the reason I moved to South Georgia, it's like I just wanted to be by myself, and like I had to learn how to be alone. It's like I had two. Then I met one crazy chick in South Georgia. Well,
only one.
I see a theme here.
She wound up run like she was the type person she was sweet. But damn, 2 o'clock in the morning, she was a dealer. And anyways, it's like her eyes rolled back in her head and a shark, and you couldn't talk to her. But she wanted to jump in the car and leave, and everybody said, "Listen, just hide her keys, she'll be fine." Anyway, so one night she found her keys and she took off and she wrecked the car. She came back. I wouldn't let her in because she was out there banging on the windows. I wouldn't let her in the 16-foot, had a gate, security system, and shit, she backed her car up and went through that fucking gate. And I'm come running out the house, cuss her out, and then she's trying to run over me. These little fucking barrel of tables right here. I'm slinging them to fucking block them from running over me. And I run inside the overhead door that raises up and down, and I close that fucker out. I hit the button as I was running in. Hell, she ran through that fucking door and wound up, the car came, it took out the damn left side of the garage, and I was like, man, I do not like calling the cops on people, but she just ran through my house with her car.
We need to get
I have a question, Jay. Are you noticing a theme?
True.
Yeah, there's definitely a theme. We need to get a reality. That reality show, The Real Housewives of whatever city. We need to get like the real ex-girlfriends of Jay Shipes on here. We have a reality show from that shit would get millions of views.
Yes.
Listen, if everybody just knew when to end the party, you know what I'm saying? It's like people can't handle shit at a certain point. It's like, God damn. It's like, go to bed. but everybody wants to keep it going and shit. And I was like, listen, live to fight another day,
Yeah.
D says crazy women are so much fun until they're not. Yeah, I think we pretty much all know that.
Yeah. It's at a certain point it's going to say, okay, this is going to end roughly, but I'm about to have fun while it's going good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you realize how many times I've heard that story already? Like, I was having fun. I didn't want to stop.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad when you've been there. Let's see. I started that job 3 months ago. I've already seen motherfuckers get released and come back multiple times.
Probably for the same thing too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Dude,
I got done dirty because we got a frequent flyer that comes in a bunch, and that I believe he's homeless. I don't know it for a fact, but that motherfucker stank.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, that motherfucker stank.
Can't you throw him in?
Dress his ass out?
Can't you like mandatory make him take a shower like mandatorily? He's nasty.
Oh yeah, but still got to be fucking strip searched first.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
That's one of the sad things I've seen while I was in jail. It's like there was this guy in there. It's like he says he accidentally did it, but he threw a firecracker or something into the mom's fireplace, and they had him locked up. And this kid went in there at 17 years old, all right? And
why would you throw you in jail for throwing a firecracker in the fireplace?
Well, it's not the first thing he did, but I'm sure. But, so anyway, what I'm saying is, right now he's being doctored to some really bad shit. Hustling and fucking like owing motherfuckers soup, and nobody's putting money on his books. And then you meet, so I met this one black old timer, whatever, and there's so many people in jail that's willing to serve their fucking time, whether it be 6 months, a year, whatever, just for owing $50. Like $50, this man can have his fucking freedom. And they just don't
want to. Yeah. They just rather be in jail. That's all that is.
While I'm in there, I'm thinking I will fucking give you my damn kidney to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no shit.
This ain't for me. I don't. Fuck this. I don't belong here. And it's like people say, oh, it's $50. I just rather do my months. And I was like, $50? I can make that in a fucking hour. Give me the fuck out of here.
Punched in the fucking face Saturday over a goddamn 39-cent suit.
Damn. Right?
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a couple motherfuckers they literally got to fighting over a goddamn thing of ramen noodles. And we had to go in there and break it up, and I got punched in the face over it.
Slam, let me ask you this. So here's what the hot trend is right now. So these guys are taking the pencils, right? And they taking the graphite lead out and sticking it in the pot, in the not neutral and the hot of the electrical, right? And then they're taking the fucking toilet paper and winding it up, and they're hooking to it and getting the flame. Once they get the flame going, then you got the other guy in the cell that's got the fucking pouch nicotine, the white shit from the fucking Glacier Mint. They sprinkling that on the powder, and they sitting around. They'll have two of them motherfuckers going in a cell of 5, right? Just like you have to.
What's the draw to that? What's the draw to that? I mean, does he get?
You can't fucking smoke, so it's nicotine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just wanted to do the same thing. Well, we done that shit so many times in there that goddamn the TV blew up. It fucking short circuited the.
God damn.
We're so good at our job. Motherfuckers will soak their toilet paper in like wet coffee grounds and smoke that. Like, you ain't getting shit in our fucking jail. It happens occasionally, but it's very few and far in between.
Well, no, you can buy those little nicotine pouch mints on the commissary right there, and they deliver that.
Yeah, not in fucking Tennessee, you can't.
No shit.
Nope. Which I think is fucking dumb. Like, I even said, because I was at the prison when they banned smoking. which it did make, like, okay, if you want to ban smoking inside the dorms, fucking whatever. Because most places, it's been a long time since you've been able to smoke inside. But I don't get the fucking problem letting them, if you're out on the yard, fucking smoke. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. Yeah, who does give a shit?
You know how I feel bad for, right? So there's this guy in there that's taking anti-seizure medicine, and so he's the only one on this medicine, right? So the black dude they found that died, right? That had that rigor mortis set in when I was there the first day. Well, what happened was, so I guess, you know, people, as soon as food served and you start hearing motherfuckers yelling, I'll trade my beans for one pack, I'll give you 1 pack of nicotine for them beans or what, you know, there's deals being made on everything 24/7, anytime that door.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I guess somebody gave up their food for this anti-seizure medicine. So the guy had, you know, they check, make sure you take it. So this guy had to cough it up, puke it up, whatever. So anyway, so this guy supposedly he took a pill, he smoked half of it, and he snorted half of it, and then he took another one, and that's what caused him to die.
What kind of pill? Like an oxy or something?
No, it was an anti-seizure medication.
Anti-seizure medicine.
Why are people?
Why are you snorting seizure medication?
So why are people snorting?
Why do people snort fucking Ritalin and Adderall?
I don't know. Does seizure medication fuck you up?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know. I didn't. I'm definitely not try it. But anyway, I feel bad for that son bitch who was trying to fucking, you know what I'm saying, who's trying to get more food, who gave us medicine. And guess what? He got murder charges now. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to come back and pin that shit on him.
They did that. We had that happen a couple of weeks ago. One of the weekenders was able to get in some fucking speedballs, and somebody overdosed on it. And the fucking DA said he's going to make an example out of somebody over that shit.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That's a whole different life for there, man. It's like everybody's just trying to hustle, survive, and goddamn, I mean, so I went in there first day. They said, hey, we just serve food. You going to want something? I was like, I hadn't eaten in 2 days. I better get something hold me up till morning till 5 a.m. Anyway, so I just ate like whatever the main deal was, rice and beans, whatever the fuck it was, and I get the rest of my shit away. You would have think that you would have taught them motherfuckers gonna stab each other for that food. I just like gave up.
They will.
Yeah, because you don't realize that ketchup packets have value in jail. Fucking salt packets. Everything has value in jail. It's like toilet paper. Fucking a damn toothbrush that's only 2 inches long has value. Everything has value there. It's fucking. It's like the contraband is everything there. Yeah. It's a trip, dude. It's a trip. It's a whole different world.
Well, good thing I haven't been in jail.
Yeah, don't go, Nate.
No, Nate.
I'm not planning.
Nate, they don't have taquitos in the commissary, buddy.
I didn't say that.
No, they don't. You're going to get some fucking commissary, especially jail, because penitentiary is different than jail, too. Like, there's way more on the commissary in the penitentiary than there is in jail, and it's cheaper. Yeah, like a 39-cent, like we're talking about them 39-cent packs of ramen noodles on the commissary in jail, those are like $1.25.
Yeah.
Yeah, $1.50, yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, Nate. Yeah, I haven't been to jail either, so.
Well, I'm not planning to go to jail. I'm saying
Yeah, I'm not either, but.
I'm not gonna lie, Vic. You've got a doppelganger in our jail.
Me?
No, Vic.
Oh, Vic.
Yeah, Vic is on the verge of running somebody over like Jay's girlfriend ran over him. Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's one, and we had to deal with him yesterday.
Does he look like?
Oh, he's over on F-Pod. I swear, if you take the glasses off of Vic and you make him about 5'5", he's a spitting image of him.
Damn, Vic.
There was this preacher man that came by to give a little hour-long sermon or whatever. This motherfucker looked just like, what was it, Cedric the Entertainer with the glasses? And, he was
we had church services in yesterday. Yeah.
He was
come in about 2-3 o'clock.
Copy of that motherfucker. I couldn't believe it. I sat there. I I don't know. I was in delusional world. I was sitting there just listening to everything this dude had to say.
I probably want to listen to it, but if it gets me out of myself for an hour, whatever, I'll listen to anything, I guess.
No, he just come in the commentary.
Okay.
Yeah.
My first day there, yeah, we got to go outside, and they said, they tell us you're supposed to go outside like 3 times a week or something for 30 minutes to get some sunshine. And my first day, hell, I woke up, they're taking us outside like 11 o'clock, and I heard the guards like bitching. It's like, oh, God, it's hot out here. I went back inside. He said, yeah, that shit. I said, tomorrow, I'm already fucking planning on getting some shit dropped over the fence, right? And you get a lighter for these. Anyway, they said you're lucky if these motherfuckers take you out once a month. They said you just happen to be here on that certain day. I was like, oh my God.
Dude, we haven't done outside rec in that jail in like a fucking year.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, they find loopholes around shit just like everybody else. There's skylights in all the pods.
Okay.
But also state regulations. Once it hits 90 degrees, we can't do outside rec because then if somebody fucking falls out, it's liability.
No.
Has there been?
It's weird. Where I was at, they had the damn what do you call that? Impound lot right beside the fenced-in area where you can go outside and stand. And there's no grass to stand in, but there's cracks. There's cracks in the pavement where grass is cut. So hell, I'm taking my socks off. Just want to feel some damn grass to be grounded, right? Just to feel some shit out there. But anyway, I'm looking at this impound lot, and I was like, damn, because I'm picturing how it went down. Like half these cars are burned up. There's a damn H1 Hummer in there. I'm trying to recreate how some of this shit went down. Man, it's I see 4-wheelers. I just picture
there ain't no grass in our outside rec yards. They're all concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's a concrete slab, but the cracks in it. That there's grass growing through the cracks.
Oh, okay. I
weeded. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, just to feel some grass on my feet, man. I had to do it. I like nature.
Also, I got some news for y'all. Do you guys remember what was talked about me living by myself in one of those assisted living facilities for disability adults?
Yes.
Center? Okay. So I did. So basically, one of the people are ahead of the program or just facility said I'm on the list, which means I'll be the first ones to be going in my new apartment.
Yeah, whatever is like an opening.
Yeah. And so
what is that like? You get it's like an apartment complex, or
yeah.
So you get your own apartment.
Yeah.
What's inside the apartment? You have like a kitchen, a living room, a bathroom, a bedroom.
Yeah, basically like an apartment. What really is.
And so what do they do for you? They come by and check on you and make sure you're like okay, or like what?
Well, on a daily basis, probably. But if you let's say, it's basically what it is. They have TAs, which mean like what you said. Basically, they kind of check on you a little bit, but it's not like often. But if you want say some help or something from someone like that,
yeah,
you probably will want to ask them. But I mean, it's all about you. You can have family over. You can.
So do you get to leave, come and go as you please?
Yeah.
So like you can leave and go to the grocery store or whatever.
Yeah.
Or go to work. Yeah.
Well, they can't drive though.
Yeah.
So do they? That's a good question. Do they have some sort of transportation service where they'll take you places or no?
My mom said about that, but I don't know if I think they do, but I'll find out that they do.
It's like so. For instance, my mom is in an assisted living facility, and so like once or twice a week, they have like a bus that will take them to the pharmacy and to the grocery store or wherever they want to go, so that they don't have to drive.
Right.
Yeah, like that.
I'm pretty sure they do. I have no idea for sure because it's not built yet, but built. But as far as I know, my mom or dad's willing to, either pick up groceries for me or I go with them to get groceries or anything.
Uh-huh.
But
well, here this begs the question, Nate. What are you gonna eat other than microwave taquitos?
That's a great question because if you just cook for yourself, you'll be dead in 10 years or less.
No, I know. I'm to be honest, I always tell you guys, I don't know what to make. The only thing I know how to make is taquitos, so you all know that. But
Well, I guess what he's asking is, do they have some sort of food service at this place where they feed you, or do you just make only what you make?
No. You have to buy your own groceries.
Okay. You would definitely need your mom's help on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's I think it's a I guess a good opportunity that I'm going the first one.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Now.
Yeah, give your parents a little bit of a break from Nate. They've earned it.
Well, I could even call Uber and go to fucking Greece. As I do if I wish. I want to go. I'm more of a travel guy.
I don't think you can take an Uber to Greece.
No. Well, I mean, like to the airport, but yeah. I know maybe a little more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I only dealt with Nate for like 4 days. I was ready to ship him back to his parents on the 5th day. They've been doing it for. How old are you, Nate?
23.
23 years.
so they've been married since 1997.
Yeah.
So
well, I would invest in some Tupperware and have mom ship over some dinners. Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
And plus, I will have. I think the apartment will have a featured a fridge, what do you call it, stovetop and oven, all that stuff, and cabinets already built.
Uber Eats be your friend.
No, because then all he'll do is eat Taco Bell and Wendy's. Like that's not not sustainable.
That's what I do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, Uber Eats is hella expensive.
It is.
Oh.
I never had it. I don't even have an Uber shit.
You'll pay twice whatever the food costs by the time you tip and everything.
Yeah, and then by the time you get it, it might be cold, and they might have eaten some of it too.
I actually had that happen before on DoorDash. So somebody ate my food while delivering it. I was like, "Where the fuck is my food?" And yet it's still not here. I'm thinking, did they eat it? Probably. So.
I had a guy that thought it was a scavenger hunt and literally put my Chick-fil-A in some bushes somewhere. Which I kind of have to respect because that is hilarious.
That's like
that really is.
Yeah, you come out to get your Uber Eats and there's a fucking squirrel eating your cheeseburger.
It's a little treasure map with a red X on it. You got to figure out.
Yeah,
see, that's probably what would happen to me, Pete. Is it'd be a fucking possum or a raccoon or a squirrel or something eating my goddamn food.
I did show Vic about the rooms, or just the pictures.
Hey, can we get Nate and Vic to be roommates? That would be YouTube gold.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind that, but he has to have a separate room.
Yeah, we could. That would be a hit, like the Real World on MTV back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put a camera in the apartment with Nate and Vic.
I'm sure they will have cameras in the apartment. But...
I'd watch that.
Right.
It could be like what's that show called on Big Brother, where you can just like log into the website and just watch what they're doing 24/7. You know.
Is that what they do with that now? I know it used to be a TV show.
Well, it's a TV show, but on the off hours, you can just log in and watch live what's going on.
Yeah,
like the Truman Show.
Kind of, yeah.
I never watched that, but I heard of it.
Like the Truman Show, except they know the cameras are there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they should do one where they don't. I mean, I know legally you can't do that, but it'd be great.
Yeah, I think that breaks a lot of laws. Yeah.
Hey, that's me on TV, right? What?
So this is like someone's else's apartment that is it's called Sheltering Tree, and it's like different of facilities in Omaha that are it's already built.
How far away is this place from your parents' house?
The ones being built.
I don't know, whichever one you're going to.
Yeah, so the ones being built that I'm going to is like, I guess, not even like 15 minutes away. Like, so
it's about 15.
About 15 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it could be anywhere. Yeah, gotcha.
But yeah, it's you'll be surprised with all these I guess people that live in here, and they have really nice apartments like this.
Now, I'm assuming this costs money. Nothing's for free in this world.
Yeah, yes, it costs money, but it's not like the normal apartments that cost you like $1,200. It's like a Section 8.
Okay, so there is some government assistance involved.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So do you pay it or do your parents pay it?
I have to pay it.
Oh. Damn, that's right. There you go.
Now, we all know.
That sounds like it came right from his dad's mouth. You got to pay it.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
So basically, y'all know I'm not really good at saving money. And my parents know that too, from experience. But I'm a spender, not a saver. So I have to train myself to be a saver than a spender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just need a budget. You need to say, okay, this is how much money I make each month at my job.
Right.
This is how much it costs for rent. This is how much it costs for food. This is how much it costs for bowling or whatever, whatever you do.
Yeah.
So how much money, you have to budget your money out. You can't just be going on the site spending $20 on some foot cam at your own free will. That's not going to work.
You can't buy premium. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's my dad actually says 300 a month, but he guessed. He actually guessed for the actual payment but he predicted to be 300 a month, but the facility itself will pay the half, and you have to pay the other half, which means I have to pay. Yeah, I think it's gonna be fun, but at the same time, I had this worry because damn, Jay, I had this worry because I wanted to go a college.
I just make sure all shit's here, man.
Well, I know I'm saying, like, I want to go to a college that is like the facility that's for disabled people or adults, and at the same time, I didn't think will be on the list this soon, because I wanted to wait until the facility is built. That's why I wanted to go like say Iowa, for example, University of Iowa, because they have a program there for disabled people. But I mean, it's a hard decision for me because I don't know.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Jay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, make sure all my fucking money's here, man.
Yeah.
Is he that rich?
God damn, I hadn't.
Hey Jay, you want to go to the? Hey Jay, you want to go to the casino? I'll get you a free room.
I just get a casino $735, and I didn't stay a fucking night there.
Now, do you choose $100 bills over 20s?
I got 20s. I mean,
well, I'm just asking this.
Well, they usually give you hundreds, but
well, not here. They usually give you 20s from the bank.
all right,
to 400s.
Jay, do you have a bank? You have a bank account?
Listen, I got money in a bank, man. You understand? Listen, so me and my girl had this fucking thing. We was gonna go buy a goddamn RV because she owns fucking piece of land on the lake down in Florida in Sneed. So I was fully invested in our future, you know. So not saying I wasn't coming back, but you know, we was gonna go in half on a goddamn RV. She had this free apartment coming. We was gonna live in. We poured the slab, got the plumbing lined up. You know, got everything. Whether we, you know, was looking at some of these little Amazon little mini houses. Like I even looked at the thing. We was actually at the hospital last time she had a breakdown. Listening to that show that you had. I forgot the name of that company, but somebody in your chat.
Oh yeah.
Somebody.
Yeah. When I was looking at the campers,
yeah, we've been going that route, man. So like I say, I brought some cash. I was getting ready to fucking invest in our future. You understand, man. I was bought into this girl. She had, but whatever, man. But listen, so far it looks like most of my money's here. I don't know, but then again, it's like all stuff behind the seat in this damn little pocket. Like down in Orlando, right? I do the same thing. I stuff cash in there, but I've been sitting in traffic for all the windows down, and I had the radio up. And back then, I had a rearview mirror before I knocked it off, and I seen cash floating in my rearview mirror. And it's like, it's right. And it's like, I don't know how much cash blew out the fucking window when the music's playing. Sucks everything up. I was like,
this man's literally blowing cash out of his windows. What? How much money is that? You got about $12,000, you said? He doesn't even know.
So that's 6,000. This is 7,000. That's 9,000. Right here with the 20s. I'm sure I spent a couple hundred. I had 11,000 went down there, but 2,000 I think on my debit card. Anyway.
Damn.
Whatever. And believe it or not, the dude Gary still owes me money for that deck, but I ain't worried about that shit, man. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit of money. But no, I normally keep cash. I got cash shit all around this house.
I believe you. I believe you when you say that. Yeah.
I don't have cash.
Let me put that in there.
This is entertaining, not gonna lie.
Wow.
But yeah, we had fun. Man. We had fun.
Is Jay
Goddamn ran out of gummies, man. Ran out of fucking gummies, and the dryer, a piece of shit dryer. Fucking future plans got changed because of some bullshit.
Boy, that was the most expensive drying of clothes ever.
Yeah.
You could have dried them for 75 cents at the laundromat. Cost you about $5,000. Dried them clothes.
Here's why I look at it, Pete. So listen, I would have spent the money on the hotel either way, right? The money for the hotel was already spent, no big deal. So we would have had a good time there. Now, what I would have spent at the casino over a 3-day period, being in the same city, we probably would have only went to the casino probably 2 nights maybe, but would have been more or less my bond of $355.
Probably more.
It would have been more, and it would have been more. It would have been, and you add another tank and a half of gas. Hell, that's $150 fucking dollars. I mean, actually, it saved me money from going to the casino. But it's gonna cost me gas to drive back down there for court. I understand.
Boy, this is a mental gymnastics I've never heard before. It cost me less to go to jail than to go to the casino.
No, this is me trying to find the bright side of any fucked up situation.
Yeah, I got you.
Right? Probably a fact, though. Like, it probably will cost you less money to go to jail than the casino.
Yeah, exactly. So here's another thing. So her ex-husband is fighting her for child support, right? So she was in a dom, couldn't make no money, couldn't send no money. So she didn't make no payment. But as soon as she got out and she finally got her service-connected injuries, well, she cut that guy a check. Got him squared up on his 4 months of child support, and also the kids' braces, and so she got this guy $4,000 or $5,000. Anyway, her ex-husband just squared up, but since he was pressuring her while she was in dom, made a thing to get her support lowered. So guess how like this is how crazy her ex is, which, you know, I mean, he's fighting crazy just like I was. But anyway, so basically, he subpoenaed me to go to court. And the whole time I got this letter in the mail when I'm down there. It's like, I was like, hey, I need to call your ex to see if he's fucking me, trying to waste my gas, or does he really want me to testify against you in court? The whole thing's fucking weird. So I actually had to be in court down there for another fucking reason. For some, like, how am I going to testify, like, for her? Like, why am I being called as a witness for? It's so weird, man. The whole thing's just.
He's like, I got a witness for how crazy a bitch this is.
Yeah, but it's like I guess he didn't think we were together at the time or something, or I don't know. Like, I'm down there in his town, and anyway, but this was Father's Day weekend. This is when I got down there, so a couple weekends ago, and it's like, do I need to go whoop his ass? Is he fucking for me to waste my gas money, or I didn't know. Anyway, so I still hadn't made that phone call yet to see if I still got to go down there for that. And I was like, what the fuck?
Hey, listen, I would subpoena Pete all the way from Charleston if it got me my money.
Yeah, sounds like there's some shit going on. Iran just fired missiles at the U.S. forces in Qatar.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I hate to cut it short so abruptly. I do have to go, though.
All right.
But Jay, I'm glad you're alive.
Pete, man, me too, buddy.
I'm glad you're alive. That's all I can tell you. I'm going to send you a video of my door too, so you can give me a recommendation on that.
Hey, let's make that happen, man. I got some free time coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, I'll pay you a couple $100 to come down here and just fucking put it on for me. You know.
But nah, don't you want to do like a little garage makeover for the?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure all that out. We're at.
Here we go. Jay's going to move into Pete's next. He's going to move down out of Stella's house. He's going to move into Pete's house.
Nah, I do have an extra room though. But
yeah, let's hang out for a week, man. I'll get a lot of shit done.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, man.
All right, man.
Let's do it.
I'll be in touch.
All right.
See you later, Jay.
Bye.
All right, Vic's Tube.
Yeah.
And Nate.
See you, buddy.
See you later. Good luck with your apartment thing. All right, Slim. Have a good day off, sir.
You too.
All right. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for me as well. I'll be back Wednesday at 11 a.m. for another edition of the Midday Show. I will be live tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on my main channel for the ACC show. We're going to do, I believe, we're going to do North Carolina. I forget the other one. Anyway, we're going to do a couple of teams preview tomorrow night, me and Sea-Dog, and maybe Rec Talk if he's available. So there you go. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your Monday, and I'll see you very soon.